Well, we're going to have to do audio old school because some dumbass went through the receiver for the wireless microphone away. Yeah, that part that's supposed to fit in this box, storage box, and those are the two wireless mics. Yeah, I'm not going to say who, but that was just an idiotic move. So I'm going to have to order a new one. Meanwhile, old school. Welcome back, folks. My name's Todd, your personal workplace safety specialist, and today we're working on steps 33 through 37 of our mock, which in Lego terms is my own creation, 1/800 scale Sears Tower, Willis Tower in Chicago. So welcome back if you have seen this before, and if you're new, glad to have you here. Been doing a few episodes of this as I build something fun to try on the YouTube and learn that skill as I progress forward and learning how to be a content creator. So it's been great so far. I encourage you to visit and watch other episodes for interesting content and cheesy builds that are fun to share. So steps 33 through 37. From our agenda today, we're going to build something. We're going to learn something about the actual Willis Tower. And then we're going to compliment somebody. So I want to congratulate David and his fiance. And then also our safety tip of the day, because I'm a safety specialist and sharing information is part of what I do, helping educate, motivate, and inspire. So without further ado, there's our agenda. Here is our build process so far. Let me move my Chicago mug. As I've been building, this is my sipping beverage from Chicago the musical. I was given this from the music director when I performed this on stage, and played the role of Amos, the jilted husband who sang Mr. Cellophane. Had to learn to dance choreography and that was fun. As we progress forward from our build, going through the information that I found online in the open market content, public domain, talk about the different tubes that are bundled as the actual structure rises, because it is a windy city, and tall buildings you don't want blowing over in the wind. When you get up to 100 floors, that sway could cause a little dizziness. The overall view and the different modular sections that I engineered into the build, you can see we've got a few of those here. The foundation, the base, that's level 1. Level 2 takes it up to the first inset. That's this part here on the 50th floor. Then we just completed the 66th floor to the second set of insets as the building rises. So today we're working on floor 66 to 90. The 66th floor to the 90th floor. And that's where we're at today. So level 1, level 2, level 3. All right, set that over here. And I pre-built a number of sections because putting pieces in place could be rather monotonous to watch. And so we start with the first level. Now this particular section has a unique cross section as it forms like a plus sign or a cross. And as the building rises, these little insets have floors where they cap off. So if you're an office person in the real building, you've got some great, spectacular window views. And I've included various transparent, clear and brown bricks. So when it's lit up from the inside, it'll glow like the real office building. With the previous section, as it is modular, I have plates and tiles. Plates have the studs, tiles are flat. So when they interconnect, either for changing out the lights or taking it to display somewhere, it'll be easier to come apart and put back together without having to crack a midsection. When you do that, pieces could go a-flying everywhere. Oh, and joining us today, of course, are our helpful safety folks, keeping an eye on Toby, the world's worst safety manager, and he's caught a bug. Yeah, that looks like the face hugger from the Aliens, but we'll just say he didn't wash his hands. That's the tile that he's holding here, the printed tile. Employees must wash hands, and he obviously didn't. Caught a bug, so he's not feeling too well today. The world's worst safety manager. I've known a few of those in my travels across the United States, working with different companies and consulting and helping find solutions and cost savings. So here we go. First level here goes like this, and I have this structured so that they fit together into one master module. And so this edge looks good like that. Oh, at the bottom I have transparent clear bricks in the inside corner so that when it does fit into that next lower section, the light comes through. We'll highlight the roof area. Roof. And then this one goes, clicks into place there. It's pretty solid when they're all clicked together. All right. And then finally, this piece here is all clear, so that'll highlight the top of this modular. I tried to do that for a couple of these, just so that when it's on display or lit up, it'll give another visual appeal. And they're random throughout each section. There's no consistent pattern. I did not have the office windows aligned with an actual building. It's just my own creation. Taking an idea that was first designed by a Lego artist in Switzerland, and then looking at his drawings and adding my own ideas to his structure. So that completes this section of the modular from the 66th floor to the 90th floor. And then to top that off, we have another series of roof sections, which starts with one of the banded levels, and let's see, so 33, 34. All right, so we're gonna need 32, 33, 34, and 35. Oh, done. Let's go to step 36. Let's spill everything on the floor, why don't we? Oh, that's always fun. All right, that's step 37. And there we go. Thank you, opposable toes. Okay, so we have a number of bricks, not tiles, because this is in the real building, one of the banded sections that helps support the entire structure all the way around. It also houses various maintenance equipment, HVAC or elevator equipment, things to keep a building functional in the real world. Hope you're having a good week. Mine was rough. It was rough. However, make progress one day at a time. Why was it rough? Well, some of my clients are very interesting when it comes to their perception of how safety should be budgeted. We're planning ahead because it is September right now of 2025 and winter is coming. Where are we going to start? Let's start with the inside bricks. these large pairs here. And with those going to be on the inside, we're going to set these like so. All right. And a couple of these 1x4 bricks on either side here. These will also be relevant to So this level that we're working on caps off 3 of the bundled tubes and leaves 1 for the remaining 20 stories. In the actual building, there are there are 16,100 bronze tinted windows. 16,100 bronze tinted windows. In my apartment, I have, let's see, 1, 2, and the sliding patio door, so 3. I have 3 windows. Those are fun to clean. I can only imagine what it's like with 16,100 windows. Tinted bronze because sunlight can heat up a building inside real fast. So the bronze tinting helps ensure that the not residents, the business commercial side of the occupants are comfortable. Nothing beats sitting by a window and feeling that hot sun when you're, let's say 50 stories up. What's the tallest you've ever worked in a building? When I worked downtown Chicago, my office was on the 38th floor, close to Lake Michigan. Had a great view of the lake. Didn't spend a lot of time there as I was out in the field working. I was a marketing specialist for a client pre-safety, way before I got into safety, and I would go around just making sure that the point of sale displays and the promotions and marketing were taken care of by the regional folks. Okay, so what this does is cap off this 4th vertical modular, leaving room for more, I'm going to say access for my Christmas lights, but then the rest of the tower will go from there. And now we've got bag 37. And that's where this comes into play. And I've used this diagram for previous levels that have capped off. I'm going to set this aside here. Toby, you're not looking good. What's that? You say your stomach's bothering you? Well, if you feel anything moving around in there, might be an alien bug. Okay, we have 2 6s. We have some tiles because, again, this will be the top of this current modular. We also have 1x3s. And the air conditioning units. These are a little different than the window washing garages that are on the other lower decks. Roofs. All right, so with this in mind, and one of the changes I made was the original plans had a solid plate that would cover this opening, partly for structure. But if I wanted to extend lights from the base, working the way up, I wanted to make room for those lights to get access to. And a string of holiday lights is quite long. I think I have, what, 17 feet? Why, yes, I do. Yes, I do. I was going to put 4x4s. Not going to happen. So we'll just go straight onto the roof section. $16,100 windows. There are 6 roof-mounted window washing machines, and each of them have, how did I have my, oh yeah, there we go. These were slightly different. The original designers at Skidmore, Owings, and Merrill, I wrote their names down. Bruce Graham and Farouk Khan were the 2 architects, and they designed the building after looking at a pack of cigarettes and how they are packed in the carton, and then each pack has, what, 20? So they are bundled around by the pack held together. And I took that as inspiration for the structural bundled tube design. very innovative. So we have the 3 remaining levels and an extra 1x4. How nice. Well, that's it from step 37. Next up, we're going to hit 90 to 110 floors. That's in the real building. For here, it's bag 38 through 40, 41. And within that last vertical will be the SKYDECK on the 103rd floor. And I have something special planned for that using the transparent, translucent bricks. And so we'll save that for next time as a spoiler alert. How about our safety tip of the day? So our safety tip of the day, we're going to compliment someone. We're going to compliment Solid Brix Studios. I'll leave a link in the description below. Check out his channel. He reviews Lego sets, primarily Star Wars, and does a great job. I think David's been doing this for 9 years, maybe 10 years, and is quite the content creator and Lego set reviewer. I've enjoyed listening to his reviews on his take on various sets. I believe he has also, if I remember correctly, he's reviewed the Colosseum, the Eiffel Tower, the Friends TV show, Friends. Yes, Lego has 2 sets from the TV show Friends, not the Friends series of sets that have little mini dolls. But it is quite interesting. And he has built his own mocks, several of them. One was Geonosis from Star Wars. I think he's done Crate. But several that are quite large. And we're talking not just table size, but multiple table sizes. And hundreds of thousands of brick pieces. Quite incredible to watch. Mine doesn't even hold a candle to the size and scope of the large sets that he's built. However, part of it did inspire me to say, hey, if others can do it, so can I. Last but not least is that wonderful, fantastic safety tip of the day. And that are 4 tips on OSHA record keeping. I will also list these in the description, as well as a thank you to all the BrickLink sponsors that I purchased bricks from. The total piece count right now, it's over 2,000. That's a lot. I should have kept track today, but I will add that in the description as well. So, 4 tips on OSHA record keeping. Number 1, are your occupational injuries or illnesses recorded as required on the OSHA 300 log? Now, exceptions are like minor injuries, recording, just basic first aid, no non-recordables. But are your recordables OSHA injuries, occupational injuries, illnesses, days without a lost time? Are they recorded? That's what the OSHA 300 log is for. And are employees' medical records up to date and in compliance with current OSHA standards? This includes records of employee exposure to hazards or hazardous substances or harmful physical agents. Number 3 are employee certification and training records kept and accessible for review by the employee. So if an employee is trained on a matter of safety or in compliance, that needs to be documented and recorded. If they are certified in various areas of safety or compliance or industrial hygiene, they need to have those records kept on file for their access. And have arrangements been made to retain these records for the time period specified. So some records must be maintained for at least 40 years. If something happens to that employee or your business, let's say you're acquired and the new company who is acquiring you needs to get copies of those records, you have to make sure they're on file. And lastly, are operating permits and records up to date for items such as elevators, air pressure tanks, liquefied petroleum, gas tanks, chemical storage, etc. So these are just a few types of record keeping that's required by OSHA and the OSHA standards that are in place. Let me know if you'd like more information about record keeping and various OSHA compliance. I could send you this checklist if you want. This is taken right from an OSHA auditor's notebook. And if you were to take a peek inside, how would it help you and you becoming a safety rock star? As you build, see, we're building a building out of Lego. As you build your safety program, make sure you are evaluating and reviewing your record keeping processes. Thank you very much. As we continue building, we've got multiple modulars in place that, when put together, will create a building made out of Lego that simulates the Sears Tower in Chicago, Willis Tower. My name's Todd. If you got something out of today, whether it was just a fun, relaxing view, or maybe it put you to sleep, which is good, or maybe you found something in the OSHA safety tip of the day, please like and subscribe. Leave a comment, suggestion, helpful hint, constructive critique. I appreciate it. And of course, if you want to have a coffee, you can check that link out below where we can share a coffee together. My name's Todd. It's been great to have you join me today. Tune in next time as we continue the build and we compliment someone. Today was Solid Brix Studios. David and his fiancée getting married next month. Congratulations, David, to the two of you. May your days be built in joy, making memories. And that's it. All right. Thank you very much. We're going to close. Bye. See you next time.